Morning, beautiful people. Today I start my treatment for the lymph mass that I've got surrounding my esophagus, which is creating this stricture, and also for the spread that I have for my bone. So the treatment that I've been put on is indefinite at the time being. Today I will have 3 hours 10 minutes of chemo followed by an injection for my bones. This is something that I wanted to go just completely down the natural route, but it does work. I think both paths work. I think the most important thing is that you have to really get your head around it and really believe in whichever path you choose. Really believe, and you also have to be incredibly disciplined. Now this is the edge on it, yeah, is the discipline. Now I'm incredibly disciplined, and yet I couldn't make it work for me just on the natural route. Now whether that was because I was experimenting a lot and going, I wonder if this works, I wonder if that and the other works, because when you're doing that, you're not being so intentional, because you're experimenting, you're learning, you're discovering. And I think when you're intentional, and you could take whatever you like when you're being intentional. You could take, for example, I don't know, just eat mangoes, for instance, and say this is going to work. This will heal me, and maybe it will, because you've been that intentional. So the intention is really, really important. How you think and how you're feeling is really important into how you will heal. And I actually think that right now I really need the help. I need to shrink this mass as soon as possible, because it's not a joke when you can't actually eat. I can eat, but swallowing is tricky, and it has got significantly worse quite quickly, because it was in July that I first started. In fact, it was before July I started noticing it, and now it's just got more persistent, harder to swallow. And I just need the help, and I'm not ashamed of that. I think that this is all part of the learning, this is all part of the path, this is all part of the journey. This is obviously part of my movie. This is something that I think is a really good way to determine how your life is to look at the films you watch. What kind of movies are you creating in your life based on the sort of, what is it that fascinates you? What do you want to watch? Now, the other day, I had to have my my pre-assessment, my pre-treatment assessment. And during that, what they do is they take your bloods, they measure you, they weigh you, they talk to you. Hello, how are you? That sort of thing. And then you have to sit down and watch this chemo movie. Well, you sit in a small room, and there's a whole load of chairs, and actually there was only one other person with, I think it was a lady with her son that was in there. So it was me and my boyfriend Dave and this other couple. And during the movie I started to feel not quite right, but I didn't know really what it was. So I was shifting about my chair, trying to change my state, thinking, oh, there's something going on. And then I remember saying to him, well, I don't feel well. And the next thing I know, I'm surrounded by nurses and doctors, like lots of them. They're putting cannulas in and everything else. I'm just covered in sweat. And I probably passed out. Anyway, I spent the whole of the Wednesday in hospital, because after passing out in the movie, the chemo movie, I then had a whole load of tests, and then they wanted to make sure that there was nothing going on with my head. They were thinking about scanning my head. They wanted to make sure I hadn't had a seizure. And what it turned out was, because I actually had to go to a different hospital in the end, got transferred hospitals, was that it was just a simple passing out. And why would I pass out? Okay, I've got low blood pressure, maybe I was a bit dehydrated, I'm constantly thirsty at the moment, drinking loads. And I'll tell you why I passed out. I passed out because the video wasn't in alignment with what the kind of movie that I would normally watch. And it's had music on it, like background music, like a Hitchcock film. So the whole time you're listening to these oncologists talk, there's this music, this menacing music going on in the background, like, it's like, why do they do that? That's not really encouraging anyone to go ahead and go, yes, I feel great, I feel really encouraged by this. I mean, I know it suits the collective pain body, whereas a lot of people actually like to feel a bit scared and a bit messed up, but I don't like to feel scared or messed up. I like to feel balanced, relaxed, joyful. And if you should be watching this and have anything to do with that movie, whoever you are that created it, you need to really look deep within. You need to look deep within and work out what the hell it is you're thinking of, because that ain't working, mate. That ain't working. Sort it out. So anyway, I am going to go to my first treatment today. I'm just having a little walk in the sunshine with my nice doggy. It's a beautiful day. In fact, today would have been a great day for a swim. My friend Mark was going to come up to Deal today and said, did Dave and I want to swim? I was like, God, I'd have loved to swim, but I've got to have treatment starting at 9:30, so that's a bit of a shame, because it's always good to have swims with friends. So anyway, I will keep you posted as to how I progress. I'm going to be wearing a cold cap. This should help me to keep my hair. I know a lot of people like to shave their hair off straight away so that they're in control of matters, but I thought, no, you know what, I'm going to just try and keep my hair because I actually like it. And if it starts to fall out, then I'll just chop it. But you know, hey, it might actually stay. Why not? You know, I think there's a lot of I think there's a lot of stuff whereby, because everyone believes that this is what happens, is what happens. So the consciousness is that this is what happens. But actually, if you listen to the works of, well, many of the scientists of today, like Bruce Lipton, these kind of scientists, Dr. Joe Dispenza, you can actually drink things like, this is what Dr. Bruce Lipton says, but you can actually drink things like strychnine and not be affected if your power of your mind is strong enough. So I think that I'm going to go there today with a powerful intention that it's going to be very healing for me. And I'm going to go there with powerful intention that I see myself in perfect health and in perfect, like all my parts all perfectly feeling good, looking good and everything else. And document it, and of course you'll see how I get on, because I'll be continuing to make these videos. So have a great day, be brave, live fearlessly, and look after yourself, live healthily. You know, these people that think that it's all right to eat certain foods, yeah, okay, you can transcend pretty much anything, but you really do want to look after yourself. You know, really do take care of yourself, take care of your mind, take care of your thoughts. That's really important. Don't be holding on to anger and discontent and bitterness and rage. You know, let them out. It's good to let it out. Don't let it out onto somebody else. That's not responsible. But don't harbour bad emotion, because it's just not healthy. So, see you later. Bye.